Good afternoon, everybody. Today we are at Plum Island. Plum Island is one of my favorite places to collect shells. It's a beautiful spot here in Massachusetts. There's a couple of reasons why Plum Island is such a great place to collect shells. Number one, it sits right on the Gulf of Maine. And the Gulf of Maine is an extremely biodiverse marine ecosystem fed by the cold water Arctic Labrador Current. Secondly, the seafloor shelf right out in front to the east of Plum Island is gradually sloping from shallow out to pretty deep. This specific topography allows mollusks to wash up onto Plum Island through wave action relatively easily. So this is a couple of the reasons why shelling is so great here, is because shells are just able to easily roll up right onto the beach from the Gulf of Maine. So we're gonna check it out. Let's go. So just getting down here and I'm seeing that there is quite a little rack line here. I'm excited to parse through that. So let's get on our hike. This guy has a hermit, and I mean, it's not alive anymore, it's expired. But you can see there. No, he's deceased. No, I'll leave him back. So I gotta be honest with you, this will probably break in my bag. This is an Atlantic razor clam. They're very fragile. You can see the gorgeous purple interior on these shells and exterior. And then over here, we have a beautiful little northern moon snail. So gorgeous little find here. I'm gonna keep this in my pocket. I don't want it to break. This is a false angel wing. Oops, and it's still hinged. That is gorgeous. Look at that. Look at that beautiful shell, man. Definitely holding on to that one. Red NASA. Over here. Chestnut Astarte. I believe that's an Arctic wedge clam in the middle there. Nice finds. We get close here. There's a basket Welk and another one here. And over here, I did see, well, there's a little moon. I think that's a blue snail. I'm actually not sure. That's interesting. It has the shape kind of like a periwinkle. But I don't know. Also kind of looks like an Iceland moon snail. Throw an image up of that on the screen. I just dropped my basket Welk. I'll pick it back up. Look at this rack line. This is just, it's quite a bit here. It's a lot today. Okay, this is a partial Stimson's Colas. Yellow hue to it. We'll keep that. Hopefully we find a full one, but it's got like almost a stripe pattern on it. Nice. I took a break to check this out. This is a live moon snail right at the tide line here. I want to pick it up to show you. I don't want to get my feet wet. Oh, look at this guy. Look at him. Say hello, baby. Wow. You're a beautiful mama. Oh my gosh, this creature is amazing. Look at that. All right, I'm going to put her back right where the tide will get her. You go on and do your merry moon snailing. Chestnut Astarte. I love when these are hinged. That is so beautiful. Periostracum, which is that brown layer on the shell there. I don't think it's whole, but no, it's not whole, but it's, I think, almost whole. It's just small. This is a giant Atlantic Pittock, or sorry, a great Atlantic Pittock. These are pretty uncommon to find on the beach whole. I think some of the piece is worn off of this, or broken off of this, but still cool. I'm gonna hold on to that. Another beautiful moon snail. No one's home. Looks like someone tried to drill into him there and wasn't successful, so he met his demise some other way. Still, a shell. So I'm not kidding, y'all. I could literally pick up a lot of moon snails. This is really pretty though, and I'm definitely gonna keep it. It's, I think, think the biggest one that I've found today. Nice little shot there. Beautiful. But there's literally dozens of moon snails on the beach here. This is the biggest one though. A really neat find. Unfortunately though, it is not whole, as they often are not. This is a New England Neptune. Now these are an example of some of those shells that are deep water shells, washing in from the cold Gulf of Maine, right out there. But yeah, these almost exclusively never wash up in intact condition. I find a lot of them up in northern Maine, up in down east Maine, whole. It just seems that they are a little bit closer to the shore up there and can wash in a little bit more intact way. But yeah, New England Neptune, cool find. I will keep it. So another great Atlantic Pittock, and this one is in good condition or better condition. This is a beautiful bivalve, so I'll be holding on to that as well too. I just wanted to highlight this gorgeous moon snail here. He has been through it and back. There's no one home, and I'm not going to keep it, but just look at how pitted that is. That's all pitting. And pitting is usually a result of another organism called a boring sponge, not a uninteresting sponge, a sponge that bores into the shell and creates that pitting. That's beautiful. But I will leave this back to nature. Another gorgeous chestnut astarte clam. Really pretty. I'm also noticing there are just tons of these Atlantic razor clams that are on the beach today. I'm not going to pick them all up. This is a really beautiful one. It is unhinged. It is a bivalve. I'll hold on to this one. Hopefully it doesn't break. They're very fragile. So I don't think this will last in my pocket. But that is a very small false angel wing. Very, very beautiful, and right next to it is a little basket Welk. You can't see them that way. Nice view there. I'll try to hold on to them. So I saw this out of the corner of my eye when I was at the drift line. I think it will probably be inhabited, but if it's not, it is a massive, huge moon snail. Let's see if it's got a creature. No, it doesn't. I'm gonna keep that. Look at the size of this. That is a beautiful, gigantic northern moon snail. Look at that gorgeous one. Best one of the day so far. Wow. So the tide is going out here. Let me switch around here. Hold on one second. Get that in my bag. So the tide is going out here. I'm checking the drift line as the tide recedes, the high tide drift line, and then when I walk the beach back, I will check down here at the low tide line, where a lot of shells are freshly left behind by the receding tide. So we'll be checking down there later. Let's keep going. Y'all, I just found the biggest moon snail I think I've ever found in my life. I'm not joking. It is huge. Let's take a look. Okay. I don't know if it's a record, but that thing is just absolutely mondo. Whoa. That is insane. It's not the biggest I've ever found. I do have bigger, but that's beautiful. I will keep it. It's gonna be so heavy. Okay, really sweet find again. Again, not whole, but I will hold on to it. Again, note that color, that gray color. This is a Stimson's Colis. It is not intact. It's that grayish blue color. Still a really beautiful find. I will hold on to that. Another gorgeous moon snail. These are, oh god, that's another beautiful one. I love these, but they get heavy in your bag really quick. I will hold on to it, but I don't know how many more of these I can collect because they're really heavy. Quite a few on the beach today. Plum Island has a lot of moon snails very often. I also want to note that I found another one of these clams, and I don't know what it is. Really beautiful. So this one's almost intact. I'm going to put this in my top pocket here to keep it from breaking, but I don't know what that is. I'll have to figure it out. It is beautiful though. It's got a little bit of tan on it. It's nice. This is a cool find for Plum Island. I've never found one here before. This is that's a ribbed mussel. It looks like it's been here for a while. But that, usually only find blue mussels and horse mussels at Plum Island. So I'll hold on to that. Okay, really cool over here. I noticed this popping out, and I think it's another very large moon snail. It's probably alive, but we'll check. If it is, we will put it back. Nope, it is not alive. That is another giant moon snail. Whoa! Not a record. I think the other one that I got is bigger, but I'm still gonna keep it. These guys get heavy in the bag, but they're just so beautiful. How can you say no? Another Mondo moon snail. I'm not gonna pick it up, but I just wanted you to see it, get a close up. Just sitting right here on the low tide line. They're all over the place today. Another cool find here. Gorgeous little sand dollar. Now this guy is freshly deceased. He is not alive. You can usually tell if they're alive, almost always if there is fur on them. This is deceased. Beautiful sand dollar though. I'm not gonna keep it because it's just gonna break in my bag. I'm walking briskly here because it's cold, so I will leave this beautiful sand dollar back to nature. So, as is oftenly occurring on Plum Island, you will see shells buried in the sand. This is a surf clam, but oh boy, he's alive. Okay, he's closing up. I didn't mean to disturb you, buddy. I'm sorry. He's alive. Okay. Alright, I'm starting to lose daylight here pretty quick, and I gotta admit, when I come to Plum Island, I get my steps in for sure. I've hiked probably 2 miles down this beach, and I've got 2 miles to hike back, so I want to make sure that I'm able to get back in time, number one, to show you the finds that we had today, and we are going to walk back the low tide line now, which you can see the tide has receded quite a bit since I first arrived a couple hours ago. So we're gonna continue on our adventure here and check the low tide area. Let's go. Okay, I know it's getting to be twilight here, a little dark, but I found another massive moon. I think it's gonna be a, oh my God, look at that. Another massive moon. They are everywhere here today. Honestly, I have a bag full of them. I don't need any more. I have quite a few of them at home. This one has a beautiful color on it. But this will be a nice shell for a hermit crab or somebody else who wants to find it. So I'm gonna leave it back to nature. I've got a few in my bag, so. Okay, so I'm about to stop collecting today, but there's an awesome pile of drift right here. I'm gonna stop right up here, but I will leave the camera running to show you everything cool that I find. Okay, so another moon there. It's hard because my eyes are watering, so it's hard to see everything. There's a lot of stuff here. So like there's, oh my gosh, this is so much here. Another moon here. A moon there, a moon there. What else we got? All right, cool find. Haven't found one of these yet today. This is a beautiful little waved whelk, or also called a common northern whelk. So that is a nice find. It's not whole. It's got the top off it, but I will still keep it. It's cool. Okay, thanks for joining me for a beautiful shell hike on Plum Island here in Massachusetts. We found a lot of cool stuff. It's getting dark. I've been hiking for a few hours now, so I want to show you everything that we found. Let's get into it. Okay, so I've been trying to utilize the back of my backpack here to showcase shells, but this is what's inside. I'm going to empty it out here. I do have some stuff in my pocket too, unfortunately. A few things broke while walking, but I'm going to empty it out here, and then we'll sort through it and take a look. All right, just as light is fading. It took me a while to get everything sorted, but here's all the beautiful finds from today here at Plum Island. We can start in the back. They got a score of beautiful, beautiful moon snails. Some of these are really, really big. I think this guy might be the biggest, but these are always such beautiful items to collect. We got a little waved whelk in the corner here. These are relatively common find in Maine, but I guess not so much on Plum Island. I don't tend to find too many, but that is a nice specimen nonetheless. This just fell off. This is a Arctic quahog, also known as an ocean quahog. Has periostracum on the shell. This is called a bivalve. Means that there's two shells. That's probably gonna keep falling off my bag there. We have a nice, beautiful little razor clam there. These guys have, if I can pick this up without everything falling over, usually have nice purple interiors. That one's kind of faded. We've got another Arctic quahog there. We got a bunch of beautiful chestnut astartes in different colors there. We have a beautiful fallen angel wing, some Arctic wedge clams, a orange dogwinkle, a ribbed mussel, which I don't often find here at Plum Island. We've got some great Atlantic pittocks. Those are awesome. We've got a few Stimson coluses or Stimson whelks. These are also hard to find on the beach because they are deep water shell. That beautiful blue mussel we found up at the high tide line. Got a New England Neptune. These are almost never found whole on the beach here at Plum Island, but they are considered to be one of the prize finds here on Plum Island. We got some basket whelks here in different colors, and then this moon snail here. I'm not sure if it is a northern moon. I honestly don't know. It doesn't look like a northern moon. There's a couple other types of moon snails that can be found. Oop, and it fell. Where did it go? Right here. So I don't know. I'm not sure. You can also find Iceland moon snails. Iceland moon snails are smaller than northern moons, and they're less spherical than northern moons. If I can get this guy in focus. So I'm not sure. Cool find nonetheless. So these are all the finds here from Plum Island today. Thanks as always for coming along on this beach hike, and I will always see you on that next adventure.